Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited about a PR package that was sent to me for the first time, and it is none other than MAC Cosmetics. So really excited, yay! So I have a little bit of a story to tell in regards to MAC Cosmetics. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much, MAC Cosmetics, for sending me this beautiful package. Oddly enough, I feel like this has become like full circle. I'm kind of at a loss for words. But prior to my car accident, I couldn't afford MAC Cosmetics. I've always dreamt of purchasing something from them, and I just couldn't afford it. And I would pretend to be wearing MAC. I would, tell people, oh, this is MAC. I would just kind of like lie about it because MAC is a very cool brand to be using. It wasn't until I was in the hospital and I was learning to do my makeup again for the first time, now being a C5 quadriplegic, that my aunt brought in a bag of like little eyeshadows, like the little individual ones. And I think a brush, and that was my first experience with MAC Cosmetics. Was also one of the first times that I've ever tried to put makeup on again by myself. Back then their packaging was really different, and I continued to buy their packaging because I learned how to open those specific containers and stuff originally when I first started learning. But their packaging has changed. I do like the packaging that is sent in the MAC Cosmetics Selena collection. So that is what I am reviewing today. So completely full circle that now I have a package delivered from MAC, and it is actually one of the first makeup companies that I practiced doing makeup as a quadriplegic. So crazy. So yeah, I already filmed this look. I'm not gonna do like a full tutorial on it, but I am gonna tell you guys what I did to achieve this look. And it was a struggle, not because of the products. It was a struggle because I'm sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I'm just like really excited that I'm doing this. This is so weird. Like, what life is this? I am actually going to just go step by step and explain what I did while I sit here, and I'll insert clips as I go. So we'll go ahead and start with the eyes. I first started off with the beautiful nudie shade in this palette as my transition shade. And as you can see, it wasn't completely the same color as my primer. It did give some oomph and some definition to the eye. I then went in with a little bit of a deeper brown that is in this palette. Beautiful packaging, by the way. This palette has and the mirrors are stunning and large. So I went in with that one, kind of packing it on the outer corner first and then sweeping it towards the inner corner just to add a little bit more depth. And I went in next with a red shade that they have in here. It's like kind of like a berry red, more red than berry. And I started off with a fluffy brush, and I started off by putting it kind of in a wing shape. You guys, I had no clue what I was doing this look. I went in, opened up the packaging, and just said go. I had no thought process. I just wanted to sit down and play with makeup. So I had no clue. This may be a step that you can actually skip if you try and do this tutorial, just because I wanted to play with as many colors as possible. So I went in with the red shade, and I first started off with a fluffy brush. I then went in with a flat brush and a little bit more dense, just to pack it on a little bit more, and again in that wing shape. And I went in with the deepest shade in the packaging, and I started to create a more deeper wing on the outside. I just wanted to focus on getting that packed on and laid down so that it can have a really sharp defined line when I decided to clean up the look. I did pack this on my lash line as well as a little bit of a liner, not too much, but just to bring some attention to the lash line. I then went in with the most lightest sparkly shade in the palette, and I first went in with it dry on my inner corner. I loved that it gave a beautiful sparkly look to the eye, but I wanted a little bit more of an oomph. So I went in and sprayed my brush, and it gave a little bit more of an impact on the shadow, a little bit more, you know, metallic-y. I then went in with a huge mistake. I went in with the next sparkly shade, trying to transition both of the outer corner look that I did and the inner corner and tie them together. This was a huge mistake. I went in with this shade and it did not match. It didn't want to blend together or look like it was like supposed to be there. So I decided to cover up a little bit of the red. I went back in with the second deepest shade in the palette and the deepest shade in the palette, and I just kind of covered up that red and blended the outside so that it will blend better in with that second sparkly shade. Keep in mind, you guys, when you guys make a mistake on one eye, you have to do the mistake on the other eye as well before you move forward. Otherwise, you're not going to have the same eyeshadow look on both sides. So that's really important. I did do that. I made the first mistake and then I went on the other eye and made an intentional mistake on the second side. So that was kind of it with this. I did go in with the first nude shade again and kind of try to blend out the top. That is a good trick. If you feel like the top of your eyeshadow here is a little too harsh, you can go back in with either a transition shade or a nude shade like this one here in the palette and buff that down. So this is the look I created with that. Overall, my thoughts on the palette is that it's definitely a palette that I would buy. If you guys see my tutorials, I usually go towards more of like red tones because it brings out like my eye color. I have hazel eyes. I love the reds and I love darker nudie shades. So this palette is definitely something I would purchase, and of course, it's MAC. The formula did not fail in any way. I do love it. It's very easy to blend. And like I said, the colors were beautiful. Next, we're going to talk about the highlighter. This highlighter is stunning. The rose imprint on it is just a beautiful little extra surprise, and the mirror and the packaging is lovely. I could definitely see myself when I travel a lot to use this particular mirror, because if you pull it back far enough, you can see your whole face. This mirror, this packaging is lovely. So I always do my highlight prior to putting on my blush. So that's exactly what I did here. As I've done in many, many tutorials, I pack it on the highest point of my cheek and I blend forward and blend around the temples of my face. Now this highlight is not a super blinding highlight. This is more of like a natural glow. It is buildable. I did build it up to look this way and I do like it. I like blinding highlights, but the fact that it's buildable and you can also go minimal glam with it as well is something that I recommend for beginners, and I also recommend for people who don't like to wear a heavy amount of makeup like me. Okay, so there are many, many lip products as well with this line. On my lips right now, I am going to butcher these names, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to put the name here. This is the nudie lip liner that is a part of this collection. It's it's right here, yeah, and this is the nudie shade, so it's really, really just a beautiful neutral tone. So I started off with that on my lips, and then I went in with the shade, okay, so here's the shade name right here, and this is a frosted lipstick. So this actually has glitter in it. I thought I was going to use this shade and then top it off with some gloss, but it actually does its own trick. So I'm going to zoom you guys in for these here, so you guys can see a little bit better on what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to do some lip swatches here. You guys do not pick on me. This is my first time ever doing lip swatches. I've never done this before, so I'm going to do my very best. I know it's kind of awkward, so I'm going to move outwards. The first one is what I have on my lips right now, and that is Entre Mi Mudo. The second lip liner is Selena. And then the first lipstick is the one that I'm wearing right now. It is Involable. This is a Frost lipstick. The next one is Selena Vibe. And this is a cream sheer. The next one is La Reina Amplified Cream Lipstick. The first one here is a Retro Matte. And this is Dame un beso. I think that means give me a kiss. And then there is Simply Selena, I think. And these are both retro matte lipsticks. Okay, so next up we have the glosses here. The first one, the pinky shade. The first one is Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. The next one is the Washing Machine. I remember this from the movie. The Washing Machine is that more clear iridescent one. It says pink like flakes in it. It's beautiful. The next one is, it says Hey Dad Pizza. That is that last one. And then this shade here is another retro matte, and it's called Big Bertha. Big Bertha looks like it's screaming for me to try her. So I'm going to put this one on, see how. Hey guys, so this is Big Bertha, the retro matte lipstick, liquid lipstick that I was dying to put on, and it's topped with a gloss called Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. It's that pinky shade. You guys, I absolutely love it. And these are like shades like that scream my name. But thank you again, MAC Cosmetics, for sending me this lovely package. It melts my heart thinking that, you know, life has just come full circle, and, you know, nearly 10 years later I am here, and my passion and my dreams didn't die from my car accident nearly 10 years ago. So it's just crazy that I know I keep saying but it's hard to wrap my head around the fact that this is my life, that this is the life that I live, that, you know, I am so blessed to do makeup and just surround myself with this industry and the community, the beauty community. So thank you so much again, MAC, and thank you Ulta Beauty, because I haven't announced just yet on my YouTube channel, but it is on my Instagram. I am the very first ambassador for Ulta Beauty for California. So I am representing all of California. Yay! But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want more reviews like this. I have never ever done a review in this style. So thank you guys, and let me know down below what you guys think. What was your guys' favorite shade, and what do you guys want to see next? Love you guys.